Something that pretty much every business leader knows is that staffing and labor issues can take a huge toll on their organization. Take turnover, for example. When your employee resignation numbers start to increase, it can wreak havoc on the workplace. It can cause delays, increase overtime, slow down productivity, reduce morale, and significantly increase customer and client loss. How most people view the impact of these issues is by the stress that they inflict on HR departments and managers and team members. But to many of the decision makers who already have a lot on their plate, the impact that staffing issues have is not always placed as high priority. Unless things get really bad, like burnout rates or job vacancies really jump, then these are often just seen as part of doing business. But the thing is, not prioritizing these issues can be a major linchpin to most of the issues that you're seeing in the workplace right now. High quit rates, increased burnout, toxic culture, systemic discrimination, and skill gaps. Many of the pressing issues that we are dealing with right now are largely due to not prioritizing staffing and labor challenges before they turn into outright emergencies. Now, one of the biggest reasons they're not at the top of most leaders' agenda is because they're not fully understood as tangible, measurable issues with a clear cause and effect. Basically, they don't really fully get the business case for dealing with staffing changes with the same expediency that we currently deal with things like supply chain or equipment or logistical issues. Those kinds of issues are easier to see the direct financial and operational impact, so they are prioritized. Now, what HR professionals and managers need is a way to explain and understand the impact that staffing and labor challenges have on their organization with that same kind of clear cause and effect financial and operational impact that supply chain or equipment issues have now. Well, the good news is I have that for you. It's called labor value loss, and it's a practical way to quantify the impact of staffing changes into a clear business case, which can be the key to getting buy-in for change from the C-suite. Now, largely, labor value loss is really just a term for connecting labor issues to revenue loss. And it's best done using statistics from business research and case studies. And here are a few examples that you might find really helpful. Each year in Canada, employee turnover costs companies an average of over $22,000 in recruiting costs and lost productivity. The psychological and physical problems of burned out employees cost an estimated $125 billion to $190 billion a year in healthcare spending by US-based companies. The impact of overtly toxic workplaces, including legal fees and payouts, have an average payout total of over $450,000 US per year. Now, these are just a few to get you started in thinking about the impact that HR issues have on the bottom line. If you want to make these numbers real for you and your organization, then you should be calculating how much your company is specifically losing from these kinds of issues. Now, if you want to get started on that, definitely check out the video that we will link at the end of this one. It's a very helpful little animated video that will give you labor value loss as a percentage of a person's salary. A really easy and helpful way that you can calculate the financial toll on your organization from things like disengagement or burnout. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected with us. Until next time.